Hello, welcome back to another video of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Finance and Operation. In this video, we'll discuss about the concept of integration, and specifically we'll discuss about one concept, that is the synchronous and asynchronous integration pattern. Okay, and this particular concept is also essential if you are attending any interview. Then you may expect this type of questions, that what is the synchronous and asynchronous integration pattern, please explain. I'll explain the answer with some area of concerns. The first one, I'll discuss about the mechanism. The second one, I'll discuss about when it need to trigger. The third one, some pros and cons. Also we'll discuss about the blocking pattern. Also we'll discuss about some in which scenario we need to use the synchronous and the asynchronous. Also we'll explain when to use. Okay, so as you can see, here is our first point, that area or need to concern about the mechanism. We'll discuss about the synchronous and both asynchronous as well. So in the synchronous, data swap hands synchronously, sparking actions via services. So what does that actually mean? It means that in mechanism, the data exchange is immediate and the sending systems wait for the response from the receiving system before proceeding. So this is the ideal for real-time operations where the response is needed instantly. So this one is the about the synchronous. And if we'll talk about the asynchronous, it is saying data moves on its own, either on set of scheduled or bit by bit using the messaging pattern. So in asynchronous mechanism, it allow data to be transferred without waiting for immediate processing. The data can be sent in batches or in chunk over the times, and allowing the system to process it at their own pace. So this is about the mechanism. Now let's talk about the second point. So that is the trigger. So in this case, the user action or the system event, the synchronous can happen by the user. It can trigger by the user or by the system. So in synchronous system, the trigger could be immediate action such as user clicking on a button or a system automatically updating a record, prompting an instant response or data exchange. So on that case, it can trigger in a synchronous way. Also if we'll talk about the asynchronous, so it is actually scheduled or user initiated and can wait for downtime or quiet periods. So in this case, asynchronous trigger can be based on scheduled, or user can schedule or the system can schedule. So for example, nightly data backup, so it can done by the scheduling mechanism or initiated by the user, but executed when the system is less busy, such as during the non-peak hours to avoid the system overload. Okay, so this is all about the trigger. Now we'll discuss about some pros. So in case of synchronous, quick back and forth up to the minutes value and the information. Synchronous systems are great for tasks that require immediate feedback, ensuring that all systems have the most current data at all times. In case of asynchronous, systems are not too reliant on each other, making for a sturdy solution. Balances loads over time, can be almost real time. So asynchronous mechanism reduces the dependency between the systems, enhancing the reliability. They also allow for better load balancing, as data can be processed during the less busy times. Now we'll discuss about the third point, that is the cons. In this case, only small payloads can be lead to the system being too dependent on each other, sensitive to delays. So it means that synchronous system may struggle with large data transfer and their performance can degrade if there are delays. They also create dependencies, meaning if one system is failed, it can impact the others. But in case of asynchronous, there is a wait for responses and update across the system. Data transfer and the processing are not instant. meaning there may be delays before all the systems are updated. This might not be ideal for time sensitive tasks. So now let's talk about the another point, that is the blocking pattern. In case of synchronous integration pattern, a synchronous pattern is a blocking request and response pattern where the caller is blocked until the recipient has finished the running the Excel integrations and gives a response. So what does it actually mean? It means that in synchronous blocking pattern, the system waits or it blocked until the process is received before moving on to the next task. So this is essential when the next task depends on the immediate result of the current one. So in case of asynchronous is a non-blocking pattern where the caller submits the request and then continues without waiting for the responses. So in this case, non-blocking patterns, the system can continue processing other tasks while waiting for a responses. This increases the efficiency but may not be suitable when immediate results are needed for the subsequent action. So now we'll discuss about another point, that is the scenario, in which scenario you need to do the consideration. So you can consider using OData for synchronous integration scenario. For asynchronous, you can consider batch data API for asynchronous integration scenario. Okay, so OData is well suited for synchronous operation where real-time data retrieval and updates are crucial, such as the retrieving the live data for display in the user interface. And for the batch data API are ideal for asynchronous operations where data can be processed in bulk during the off-peak times, such as the overnight data synchronization or reporting processes. Okay, now we'll discuss about the last one, that is the use when we need to use. So in case of synchronous, you cannot do without a real-time information, and in case of asynchronous, most recommended integration patterns or technologies are asynchronous but can feel like real time. Okay, so in synchronous integration should be used when immediate feedback or real time data is critical, such as in live monitoring or transaction processing system. And in asynchronous integration is typically preferred when the system can tolerate slight delays and allowing for greater flexibility and efficiency, such as in reporting or batch data processing. So I hope now you understood the concept of asynchronous and synchronous pattern, and you can apply this synchronous and asynchronous pattern in the integration. Okay, so thanks for watching this video. If you have any question regarding this, you can ask it in the comment section. We'll try to resolve your problem as soon as possible. So thank you again, see you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye.